Welcome to what should be the final day. Should be the final day. It shouldn't even be like a full day. That's how far along we are. Just post that I'm live. On the Discord. Yo. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're literally just training Shelgon. Let me also fix my... I don't know, every time I start up my stream, the Sapphire capture card gets a little delayed. To just deactivate and reactivate it. Okay, so I don't need my next tree anymore because we battled basically everybody in the Victory Road. So I can get rid of it for now. He's there. I need another Zigzagoon there. And then I think we're just good. So DJ, how's it going? And now we just grind. I don't think we're that far off from Shelgon, though, at least. I also want to pay attention to the XP here. So, for a 28 Dust Skull, Blaziken gets 388 not boosted. Shogun gets 334 boosted. What's up, Ash? But the Blaziken's XP is not split, so... Actually, I have an idea. Oh, I was gonna say, what if I give the EXP share to Goldie Roger, but then it won't pick up items, so I'm not gonna do that. I would imagine a 38 Golbat would give more EXP than anything on the Lily Cove route, though. Yeah, nothing's giving close to 600. That was practically 700. I think the most that we can get on Lily Cove with boosted EXP is like around 400. I just feel like there's more of a disparity on the Victory Road. Like, there's a few things that give a lot less, but then there's some things like the Skull Bat that give a lot more. Like, this one should be over 700 because it's a higher level. Yeah, 732. Level 40, look at that. 10 to go. How many candies do we have? I think I have like 8. So in the right game, we have 6. In the left game, we have 2. Yes, we have 8. So 2 more levels. 2 levels or 2 candies and we're done. And I also was thinking about Metagross, right? So Metagross is going to be the last Pokemon we level up. What we can do is we can EXP share it in one game, and then in the other game, have 6 Zigzagoons on Route 101. Picking up candies. I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, Whisper doesn't give much, though. So, Ben Billa, how's it going? We actually shouldn't be here that long. I thought we'd be here for about another, like, hour or 2. But I think it's going to be a lot less than that. It's just 2 levels or 2 candy pickups. Any combination of those. I think in hindsight, what I could have done is for a lot of Pokemon that evolved, like, earlier, like, earlier than Salamence and Metagross, is what I could have done is just stockpile candies more. Because, like, in theory, it would have been better to save a candy for a Metagross than to use a candy to evolve a Pokemon at level 42. Like I did a little bit of. Because I think it was, what was it, Rhydon or something evolved at 42 and use a candy? I mean, either way, I don't think it's going to waste that much time. I'm still very optimistic that we're going to finish this today. Like, I don't think it's going to be like a full day like it has been the past couple of days. I think I could finish this like before 1, and it's a little before 9 a.m. right now. I don't think Aeron gives too much XP either. That's not terrible, actually. That's comparable to a lot of the things on the Lilith route. E8. I was also thinking for the Elite Four, I'll probably use Blaziken and Swampert, and then split the Reggies, Kyogre Groudon, and a Salamence on one of the teams. Either way, it really shouldn't be difficult. I'm just more concerned with like type coverage, I guess, especially for Swampert, because Swampert only has water moves right now, and Strength. I mean, I guess I could delete Dive, but I don't think it'll matter too much. This is also supposed to be Pokemon music up to Scarlet and Violet. However, there's not playing that many like from the main series games. What's up, Steve? It's a lot of like newer games and like spin-off games rather. Let's go, Rare Candy. One more level. One more level. And we have a Salamence. How much XP do you need, I wonder? 1347. Okay. I know I was just talking about potentially saving candies. I'm not going to do that for this. This late in the game, like... This is the second to last Pokemon we have to level up. I'm going to finish it as early as I can. Yeah, I'm thinking like 2 more battles, and we're done with Shelgon. I think it needs like barely any EXP now. It needs 20. That's so funny. Alright, so this'll do it. So I can get rid of one of these guys. I can just trade over... Actually, what can I trade over these Pokemon? These are like utility Pokemon I've been using a little bit. Here, you can have Rhydon. Well, I guess before I trade, I have to use all the candies in Sapphire. Alright, now I can trade. Evolved Salamence in Ruby, and then we're done with that. Alright, there we go. Well, I probably should trade over a Pokemon with Fly in Ruby, or 2 Sapphire, because we're going to be able to fly after Winona, and that's where we're going now. Go full screen on Ruby for a second. I still never hooked up my USB thing that I got yet last night. I didn't really have time because I streamed for nearly 12 hours. But maybe tonight I'll have time. Okay. Salamence, finally 193. Dude. There he is. Oh, he's running Fly. That's convenient because we're going to need that soon. My mic was muted there because I drank coffee. I don't know how long it was muted for. Sorry. So in Ruby, I don't need Salamence at the moment. I can leave him here. I do need Kyogre though, right? You have Surf? Yeah. And then in the other game, actually, I don't think I need anything new. I think just get rid of you. You know, you can say Hero Otter. You're level 42. You could be used for the Elite Four, actually. I'll take Luffy back. Oh, so we're at different points of the game. So that's going to be a little bit weird getting back to Fortree. Could also use Repels here. Sapphire. At least they both have to go to the left. That's, like, kind of convenient. They're going in the same general direction. Oh, I'm not even close to where I need to be. I'm in Sutopolis. Okay, there we go. This should be like Moss Deep area, and we just go to the left. There we go, Lily Cove. Oh, there's berries here. What do you know? Alright, I guess at this point I'll just wait for Sapphire to be synced up, because it's not too far behind it anymore. Oh, there's a Kecleon there that we accidentally found in Ruby. That's really funny. That blank space that we can't step into. Okay, now we're synced up. Now we're not synced up. Oh no, that's the wrong way. Almost there. We don't need repels anymore, so that's fine. Wait, 193. Oh, I never counted Salamence on the overlay. Less than 10 remain, chat. Last gym. Then we can finally fly. Oh, and I forgot to heal PP, but that's fine because I have 20 serve PP. I think this guy you can like randomly avoid, which is kind of strange. No, this person you do have to fight. Oh, maybe not. Okay, Sapphire got stuck. I'll fix that in a second. There we go. That was easy. Alright, Winona. The last gym leader we need to face. You try to double protect, really? Oh, it did double protect. Okay, Ruby's a little bit behind. There we go. All 8 badges acquired. What's up, Steve-O? New mons in Victory Road? None, surprisingly. Between now and when we become champion, the only Pokemon we need to get is Registeel. Alright, so we're gonna have access to Fly, which is huge because now I don't have to worry about the games being like super in sync. Like I could have each game be in a different area and it's not gonna be a pain. So I can like leave Sapphire version in Fortree City and then just use Ruby version to get the Registeel. We passed by Registeel on the way here. It's in between this town and Lily Cove. I know where to get it. And the doc says, what, do you have to like use Fly or something? Alright, so we're gonna go full screen Ruby. I don't know. I don't remember if I caught all the Regis as a kid. I definitely caught some. And I think I caught Registeel because I think Registeel was the easiest to find from what I remember. I think Regice was the hardest because it's like really out of the way. Like you have no reason to really just surf around Dewford. Aside from the eastern side where the abandoned ship is, but it's not really near there. Alright, we'll bring our Salamence. I don't think I need Surf, but I'll leave Kyogre. Actually, I need like a utility Pokemon. I forgot about that. I'm gonna need Raichu for sure. And then I'll bring Aggron for bulk. And then I guess since I don't need to bring 6 Zigzagoons... Actually, I'll bring you for good luck. You're shiny. Okay. So we examine the text in Registeel's room, walk to the center, and then try to fly, and the cave opens. I also don't like this playlist. I don't recognize most of the songs that are being played. It's playing like more obscure songs that you don't really think about. Like this is Reversal Mounted from Black 2 White 2. Not a bad song, but like I couldn't tell you that just by listening to it. There you go. I think this is mostly Heart Gold Soul Silver. Once it loads. Okay, Route 1 XY. I'll take that. Okay, there's Registeel. There's nothing else over here. Oh crap, that's a trainer? That's annoying. It is funny that there's a Rune Maniac or Fossil Maniac, whatever they're called, so close to each of the Regis. It's funny, because if you were playing this like an irregular Oak Challenge, if you were playing Sapphire, you can only have 173 at this point, where we would have 172. And the reason for that is because Sapphire has extra stone evolutions, I think. But because we're doing version exclusives and trade evolutions, we have 21 more Pokemon, or 20 more Pokemon, depending on which game you're looking at. We have a Beldum grind coming up. The Ancient Tomb. So where exactly is the center? Is it here, I guess? Yeah, I forget that's what you meant. Yep, that... Wow. There is Registeel. So we'll lead Raichu again. $64 hours. Okay, I said around 60 when we beat the game. I'm thinking under 70 for sure. That's why you never caught this. Yeah, how would you know to do that? The only one I could see like someone accidentally just discovering is the Regice one. Like maybe they talk to the Braille and they just leave their game on and they like try to look up what it means, or like they, I don't know, and then it just opens up and they're like, what? That one I can see like the most realistic finding out by accident. Let's go to Aggron. This came out in 2003, 2002 in Japan. So yeah, it's... I don't know, the whole concept of having Braille on a screen is just weird. Like, that's not how that's supposed to work. There wasn't any accidentally looking up. Well, I meant accidentally finding out. Like, accidentally finding out about Regice. Because I can see somebody, like, talking to the Braille, being really confused by it, just putting their game down, and then coming back to it 2 minutes later, and it's open. We don't have computers in our pocket. That is true. See, the funny thing, it's funny you say that, because I've said that multiple times in videos about how, like, specifically Ruby and Sapphire and anything before it, it was difficult to find stuff out, and it was very easy to get lost. And whenever I say that, there's always comments like, he's never heard of game facts. And it's like, if you're sitting here playing a game right now, right? You're sitting on your couch on a weekend playing a video game and you're stuck. What do? Take out your phone, look up what to do, right? You couldn't do that 20 years ago. I'm guessing the people that comment that are like probably like actual like, I don't want to say children, but so much younger that they don't realize that there was a time where we didn't have the internet in our pocket at all times. Because, like, when I was a kid around this time, when Ruby and Sapphire came out, my family had one computer in the house. That's it. One internet device. No Wi-Fi. Right? So, like, it was a lot more difficult to get on the internet 20 years ago. Yeah, exactly. They had game facts. You have to share PC with your family. And, is this going to catch first try? And also, like, I don't know if you guys remember, but back then, like, I used to go on, like, Pokemon forums and, like, look stuff up, whatever. It was very rare you would see people post pictures, let alone videos of stuff. It was all text. So, like, I remember seeing stuff like the Regis. I also remember seeing fake stuff, like how to get Celebi in Fire Red if you go into, like, the Ice Cave or whatever. And, like, I don't think people, like, realize that. Yeah, it was a text file, exactly. It was a text file written by some teenager that is bound to have inaccuracies. But people in my comment sections are like, he's never heard of game facts. Beat boop, beat bring, yep. Dude, this Aggron is like coming in clutch for catching the Regis. I was thinking about making like a Hall of Fame at the end of this, of like all the Pokemon that were like the best in this playthrough. Which would obviously be Swampert, Blaziken, all the Zigzagoons would be like the top 3. And then like, you know, Aggron, really good for catching the Regis. Walrein for being my surf and dive guy. Just looking for Pikachu in red and blue. Let me know when you find it. I'll put that in my notes, even though I don't know if I'm going to do it. Oh. Darn. Making good time, though. I thought it would take minimum an hour to finish out Shelgon. And it's only been 30 minutes and we're catching Registeel. Catching Deoxys might be a pain, too. What I think I'm going to do when I catch Deoxys, since I have to do it in my Emerald version, because that's the cartridge that has the event loaded, I think I might trade over the Pokemon from my Ruby file and use those to catch it. Like, I'll do the same strategy. I'll paralyze it with Raichu. Oh, that might not work, because Deoxys is fast. That doesn't want to get in the wall. Yeah, Regis are stubborn. I think Regirock was pretty easy. Registeel was stubborn. Yeah, I saved right in front of the door. I don't think I'll run out of balls. Because I have 83 plus 65 Ultra Balls. And then where are my Timer Balls? And 99 Timer Balls. So I have like over 200. It's gonna run out of PP and struggle before then, most likely. How to do that back in the day? Yeah, saving in front of the legendaries. Used to do that all the time. I remember it taking me like days to catch Pokemon. Because I was a kid and I don't think I would paralyze them. Like I would just weaken them. I don't think I knew that like paralysis and sleep made it easier to catch Pokemon. Groudon specifically, I remember spending so long trying to catch it. Rayquaza too? Now it's autosave. I usually turn off autosave in the Switch games. So Jonah, how's it going? Favorite team to defeat the Elite Four? In which game? I feel like that varies a lot depending on which game I'm playing. Lately, if I'm playing through Fire Red, I like to use a Seaking. Seaking is a Pokemon that's like grown on me a lot the last like, couple of years. Seaking's probably one of my top 10 favorite Pokemon now, honestly. I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I think my second favorite Pokemon is Jumpluff now. I really like Jumpluff. I like Whiscash a lot, too. For a while, I said Whiscash was my second favorite, but I don't really, like, think about Whiscash a lot. Oh, you can't turn off autosave on Legends Arceus? I didn't know that. Come on, Registeel. So thanks, Addy, for the follow. Appreciate it. How's it going? 3 shakes? So close. Let's try Tyrant Ball again. I don't have a False Swipe user. I don't think False Swipe is, like, that easy to get in this game. I think the TM is post-game. And I don't know what gets it via level up. So B-Boy been dunk. We're pressing down the B button. Nah, I'm just kind of praying. Scyther? I don't think Scyther's in this game. Actually, I know Scyther's not in this game. Or at least not on the Hoenn Index. Maybe you can get it in the Safari Zone post-game. I don't know. But it's not on the Hoenn Index, so we don't have to worry about it. No, I'm only doing the Hoenn Index, so there's nothing in the Safari Zone post-game. I actually don't even know if Ruby and Sapphire has an expanded post-game. It might just be Emerald. Or expanded Safari Zone, I mean. Yeah, it's just Emerald, actually. Oh, actually, Emerald has a bigger Safari Zone. Area 5 and 6 just aren't in Ruby and Sapphire. And Area 5 and 6 is what has all the expanded Pokemon. Which is mostly Johto Pokemon, if not all Johto Pokemon. I mean, there's also Magikarps. That's because there's water. But everything else is a Johto Pokemon. Oh, and Goldeen. Stubborn Registeel. I want to go back to Ultra Balls. It's so funny how they tried to like fit in all the Johto Pokemon in Generation 3. It's like by the time Emerald came out, they were like, you know, let's just stick them in the Safari Zone. Let's just screw it. And then let's stick them in XD and Coliseum. Is that it? Let's go. Registeel. Number 194. Alright, that took about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, Sapphire Zone is supposed to be imported Pokemon that the Warden, like, imports, basically. Alright, now we have to fly. We don't have a fly Pokemon in Sapphire. Let me go fix that. Who wants to be my flyer? Crap, do I not have anything? Oh, Doduo. There we go. So, Sapphire version has never been to Evergrande City, so I actually have to surf through the water in this game. Go outside too. Yeah. Oh, no, Sapphire has been to Evergrande City. It's Ruby that has not been there. Okay, that's not a big deal. So Ruby just has to go to Moss Deep. We also need something with Flash. Alright, so Sapphire can use Manectric. Ruby can use... I think... Did I teach Lantern Flash? I'm pretty sure it gets it. I didn't teach it, but I'm pretty sure it gets it. Oh, no, I have... I know Electrode has it, so I'll just bring that. So what do I not need here? Don't need Aggron. I want to maximize my Zigzagoons if I can. I guess 2 is all I can bring. Alright, we should be good. I just have to get over there in Ruby version. So I'll go full screen Ruby and have Sapphire wait there. Before I do that though, I'm actually going to go to the bathroom real quick and I'll be back. Alright, chat. I'm back. Going over to Evergrande City. Oh, I forgot to use repels. I honestly think I could beat the Elite Four in like 15-20 minutes from now. Not full restore. From Super Segway. Show played? You mean playtime? 64 hours, 20 minutes. 194 Pokemon. Oh crap, do I have Waterfall? I have Kyogre, so that's fine. I might have to teach it Waterfall. I don't know if it actually has it, but it can learn it. No big deal. Here we have it. We go back to double now. Okay, let's get the controllers going. I am all healed, right? Like I have full PP. I do. Was nervous your time? I was nervous last time or time before when I watched. I thought you would beat the Elite Four before 60 hours. Yeah, so did I. So did I. I don't know. We definitely learned that using 2 games at once is not really... it's like slightly faster, I think, actually. Slightly. But it's a lot more of a headache, so I don't think it's worth it in the long run. Okay, also, Sapphire has battled most of the trainers in this area. So Ruby is going to be a little behind. Or rather, we'll just wait with Ruby. I keep forgetting to update the overall count. I updated on my notes, but I forgot to update it here. It's 194. Eight Pokemon remain. Right? Yeah. I might also need to teach Rock Smash or something, but I'm sure something in our parties can learn it. Okay, we already have it. This video Peter recommended yesterday that I just remembered, I watched it before I went to bed, but it was a red and blue video. And this person, like, modified the game so you can use strength on, like, anything. So he was, like, just, like, pushing around trainers and stuff. And at the very start, he's like, all I did was that. I didn't modify the game at all. And then he starts playing the game and he, like, heavily modified it. He's like, I need a Pokemon with cut, so I got a Caesar. And I'm like, what? And he was playing red version. Or blue, one of the two. It was really funny, but I didn't finish watching it because I fell asleep because it was late. And down goes random cool trainer. This little kid just brute forcing all the strength puzzles. Yeah, just like trying a million times until it works. I've been there. I don't know if I should jump down that ledge or not. I guess I have to, because there's nothing over here. One thing that always bothered me about Flash in this game too is like you don't see the full screen. Like it's better than having the small circle, but like it's still kind of annoying. You give an Ampharos an ability that increased the radius of Flash. Oh, that would have been cool, I guess. An Emerald. So that's when they started giving, like, out-of-battle effects. I just wanted them to sync up. Or, like, make Sharpedo surf faster. And they kind of did stuff like that with Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I think Sharpedo literally does surf faster. But it would have been cool to see that in, like, Emerald. Or, like, a Pokemon with Swift Swim would surf faster. Oh, that just takes me back over here. Wait, what? Wait, what? Did the rocks reset? I think they did. That's annoying. What the heck? No, this is where this is the start. Wait, where am I supposed to go from here? Okay, here we go. This is the right way. Well, I should have switched to Kyogre. Oh, come on with the full restores. Oh, double kick still might get it. No. You drew a fan Sand/Slash Mega? It's really bad. It's funny though. It's a pretty random Pokemon to draw a Mega of. It's like one of your favorites or something. I think this is the end. I think it's this trainer and then Wally. It's one Pokemon. And there's Wally. Dragon Dance, okay. He only uses a Super Potion? What the heck? Why does he not have a Full Restore or a Hyper Potion? Oh, I don't have Earthquake anymore. Whatever. Kind of random has a Magneton, by the way. Like, where the heck did you get that? Did you go to New Mauville? Like, I don't get it. I don't know if Surf's gonna knock out Gardevoir, though. Oh, it is. Nice. Alright, there we go. Wally defeated. Wait, if I leave and then go back, is he gone? He is gone. That's funny. Where did he go? Alright, now we just make a team. Or 2 teams, rather. So, Ruby. Ruby's gonna have the more stacked team, that's for sure. I'll take Walrein over Registeel, honestly. It's a higher level. There we go. Ruby's team is completely stacked. Sapphire's team is not going to be great. I'll take Rhydon, I guess, because it's level 42. I could take Cradilly, it's level 40. You know what? I'm gonna be safe actually. I'm just gonna trade over the Regis to the Sapphire game. I'll probably trade over the Regis and Groudon actually. So I need 4 junk Pokemon in Sapphire. I guess I could trade over those 2. 1, 2. There we go. 3, 4. Oh, I think it'll be easier if I do it like this. So where they're lined up. Yeah. Can you trade in here? I hope so. You can? Are you kidding me? Well. Alright, we're gonna fly. Yeah, Shiny Zigzagoon will be in the Hall of Fame. It just right now I'm reorganizing Pokemon. Put that in my notes that we're prepping for the Elite Four. Yeah, this is the last trade time until the Laddies, most likely. Well, actually, we're going to trade over the Beldum, too, just for boosted EXP. Although, I'm not sure who the OT of the Beldum is. I don't know if we are or if it's Steven. We'll have to see. We have 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7, 8. Just making sure the count is correct. Catching Rayquaza is going to be a little bit annoying too, but we could double catch Rayquaza, which is funny. Like, we could have both games go for it. I think Rayquaza is level 70 though, so that's like kind of scary. Oh, Metagross is 45, by the way, not 55 like I was thinking. That makes it a bit easier. And now we can fly back to Evergrande City and beat the Elite Four. I'll reset the recording too here. Okay, so I'm gonna keep Salamence. I'm gonna bring Walrein. We're gonna bring Kyogre. We're going to bring Zigzagoon. And then I might bring Groudon because I have nothing else to bring. Oh, Flygon could be cool. It's level 45. That's probably my highest level Pokemon. I'll bring Flygon. And in this game, just get rid of you for now. I might bring the Manectric just for like a Thunder Wave thing if I need it. I don't really have too many high-level Pokemon in this game. Muck is 38, Macargo is 38. I'll bring Muck, whatever. Alright. Oh, I forgot Aggron. That's what I wanted in this game. Although Flygon's probably just better. Hold on, let me check the moveset. Aggron has Dig, actually. I'd rather have that for, like, Metagross and stuff. Okay. $64 hours. Just under 65, rather. Okay. One final Pokedex check. Once lets me press start. 194, yep. We're good. Oh, crap. My defense was dropped, so that kind of scared me on the CAC turn. Rough Skin's a cool ability because it like hits every time you go for a multi-hit move. Which makes sense, but I think it's cool. I think Shift Tree's faster. Might actually knock out Swampert. Double team. Swagger. Oh gosh, please break through, Fiona. I don't want to deal with this. Alright, fine, we have Groudon. Groudon's sprite looks like strangely like it has more detail than every other sprite in this game. Swagger, come on, dude. Quit being lame. There we go. That was annoying. Remember as a kid too, first playing this game, going through the Elite Four with just like one over-leveled starter and a ton of bad Pokemon? I would just like try to brute force my way through the Elite Four. Like I would save in front of Sydney, keep losing, keep going, beat Sydney, and then like lose to Phoebe and just like keep resetting, keep going until I eventually beat it. Which was probably from a string of like critical hits and stuff. I didn't mean to go for dive, whatever. You didn't stay for 2 members, so you slowly leveled up. That makes sense. Even noticed Blaziken was confused. I kind of forgot about that. I don't think I hit myself at all. Maybe I did actually, excessive damage. I got a burn on every ember, I think, too. Or every ember that they lived. Come on, Shrek, stop hitting yourself in confusion. There we go. Okay, now for Glacia, I'm actually going to switch leads. Let's try Registeel. And instead of Blaziken, let's do Aggron? I don't know. Yeah, really close to the goal. Registeel gets Frozen Solid immediately. First time being used. Frozen Solid. I'll just Horror Store because I don't want to deal with it as much. Oh, Aggron's actually faster. Yeah, now my attack is -1 because I had a boost before. Okay, Citrus Spray, so she might not heal now, and now she just dies. I think Regice also has superpower. That's ancient power and superpower actually. Okay, Glacia defeated in Ruby, and Sapphire struggling a bit. Does she have another potion? No. Okay, good. I kind of forgot that Groudon's also going to be really good against Steven. So that's 3 Pokemon in Sapphire? Wow. What can Muck do? Not much. Got a knockout though. That's cool. Give me the boosts. No. What's up, Groms? How's it going? It's Zubat? What do you mean? Challenge is going good. We should finish today. Sapphire is struggling a little bit in the Elite Four because all the really good Pokemon are in Ruby. But it has Groudon, all the Regis, and Swampert. Another 100 Grief Case resets for Turtwig. Are you on BDSP, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum? Which one? Taking a break and just resetting Gen 5. I've been taking a break from my Platinum Grief Case. When I go to Atlanta Regionals, though, I think I might pick that up as like my main hunt for that weekend again. Just bring 3 consoles. And just triple reset with the boys. Japanese plat. Yeah, I have 2 English ones, 1 Japanese one. So I could do triple. I would like to get another Japanese one. I mean, I'd like to get another English one, realistically, but Japanese ones are just way cheaper. Maybe I could find one in Atlanta. Sometimes at regionals, the vendors have games. I remember last year, or not last year, in 2023 in Toronto, there was a vendor that had the French-Canadian version of Y version that Quick Panic got, and that's like a really cool thing to get. But it's not too common that they have games. Like this past year in Toronto in 2024 when we went, we only saw one vendor that had a, I don't remember if it was a seal or just a completed box copy Pokemon Red. And that's it, which is still cool, but pretty expensive. French-Canadian version of Diamond, that's cool. It's funny because like the last year or so, I've been buying a lot more Pokemon games, thinking like, oh, I'm gonna need this for shiny hunting, and I still plan on using a lot of them for shiny hunting, but I've been using a lot of them for videos too. Like the transfer video required some. The video that I'm gonna make that's like a spin-off of the transfer video is gonna require, like I'm looking at the board now, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 9 games are games that I got in the last year on that board that I'm using for that video. The Fire Red I got over the summer. This copy of Ruby I also got over the summer at the same store, I think, even. Or no, not the same store, but same city. We're getting more obsolete old mini laptops and throwing Linux on it. Wait, that sounds very specific. Why would you want to do that? Let me do this one game at a time. It's fun. I never messed around with that. I've been messing around with iPods a little bit, though. I talked about it a bit on the stream. But all my parts came in yesterday, so in the hour that I spent not streaming yesterday, I modified my iPod. I put in a better storage system so it can take micro SD cards and a bigger battery. And then I changed the case. There's nothing on it yet, though. But it works. I might mess around with it tonight. It's a 5th gen. 5th gen are the easiest ones to modify because they're made out of plastics. They're easy to open. And they're basically the same as the 6th and 7th gen ones. The 6th and 7th gen ones look nicer, though, because they have, like, an aluminum front. 5.5. I don't think it's a 5.5. I think it's just a 5. But I'm going to put Rockbox on it, so I could, like, do whatever I want when it comes to software. I was having issues with it, though. I'm doing it through my MacBook. And whenever I try to, like, open up my Rockbox and, like, load it up to the iPod, it just won't work. I forgot what it said. Alright, let's leave Walrein and Regice. UF5 computing completely normal. Ready to use a PC for Rockbox? Is it? I might just do that then. Set it up on my PC. iTunes Sync sucks. The weirdest thing, iTunes does not exist on Mac anymore. They it exists through like the music app on Apple and the Finder. There's no straight up iTunes. You have to use Windows for iTunes. The songs are still coded to Apple Music. Oh gosh. Yeah, so the iPod that I got used, I was actually able, it had like so much music on it, like over 4,000 songs, and I was able to like take the songs off of it and have it saved on my Mac. A lot of the songs are songs I don't care for, but like there were some good songs on there. The funny thing is, too, my car even recognizes my iPod when I plug it in. It doesn't work every time, though, which is annoying. But the one time it worked, it recognized it as an iPod. And I'm like, that's really funny because this car is like a newer car. And this iPod came out like 20 years before this car was made. Getting a 7th gen and doing some mods because I've been kind of going towards the aluminum build and getting it all scuffed and used. I like the way they look a lot. It's just hard to work with. I also really like the way the white 5th gens look, which is a big reason why I wanted the 5th gen. 5th gen's also cheaper, typically. I've been going to like a few thrift stores in my area trying to find like a cheap iPod. But the issue with thrift stores in my area is when it comes to like electronics and games is like they just don't have a lot. I feel like with games, retro game stores in my area just buy them out. And then iPods they just don't have. I went to a thrift store over the weekend actually that had a PS1. That's like the only like old tech I was able to find at a thrift store. Which is like kind of cool. But I didn't need it because I have a PS2 and a PS3. Use tech is love tech. Yeah, I agree. I kept the back of the iPod. The metal back all scratched up. Because like that's just like how the iPods always were. Like you take them out of the box, the next day it's scratched up. There's no way to avoid that. I think I paid $60 or $50 for my iPod, which isn't bad. It was a 30 gig 5th gen. In 2 days got stuff, yeah. I use the Goodwill app. It has an auction section. Oh, that's cool. A lot of thrift stores I've noticed too have CDs all for $2. The only issue is it's like it's so hard to sift through because they're not organized at all. And usually what they do is the price tag covers the spine, so you have to like pull them out to see what they are. So I've yet to find a CD that I want at a thrift store because I'm just not willing to like spend the time to look through all of them. But $2 a CD is not bad. Trying to get back into physical media. Yeah, me too. I also want to play the click-wheel iPod games, which is another reason why I got it. Because remember as a kid going to Best Buy or whatever electronics store and like seeing them and thinking it was so cool that you could play games on an iPod, but I never had an iPod. And there's not many games. It's like Monopoly and like games like that, you know? Brick Break. Yeah, Brick Break comes on the default iPod, so that I didn't have to worry about like installing or whatever. And it's also fun because like I've been going to like random, not random. There's one CD store in my area that I've checked out just once, and I got like a Green Day CD. Like that's cool. I also got some PS2 games because they had PS2 games there randomly. So it's like fun tracking down the music that I want. No, I don't have the codependency for my iPhone. Yeah. And also, like, when you listen to music on your phone, when most people do it through Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, it doesn't sound as good as if you have the actual, like, file. Like, even if you download the music through Spotify, it does not sound the same. Like, does not sound as good as it should. Switches out? What the heck? Apple Music lossless is good, but nothing can beat the iPod sound and fee. I didn't know that there was Apple Music lossless. I've only ever used Spotify. And also the thing is like, okay, Spotify is what, $15 a month? Like over the course of a year, that's $180. Am I listening to $180 worth of music a year? I don't know. But even if I am, I could spend $180 on music that I actually want and have it on my iPod. Apple Music has lossless. Is it really lossless though? Like, do you have to download it? 180 is like $18. That's what I mean, yeah. Let me revive something. You can stream and download. Okay, that's better than I thought at least. My girlfriend uses Apple Music. I never used it, but I think some cell phone carriers have it free, which is really neat. I think if you have like Verizon or something, you can get Apple Music for free. Or T-Mobile, like one of those bigger brands. Music has like one of the best audio quality. Okay, that's good. That doesn't surprise me, I guess, because it is Apple. They've always been like the music people. Thank you, Caprio, for the follow. You get Apple Music with your carrier. That's nice. Yeah, I have Google Fi, and they don't offer like anything special, but they're significantly cheaper than every other like brand, and it's Google. And I have like better service typically than I did when I had Verizon. And it's also free in Canada. Like, it doesn't count Canada as roaming, so that's kind of cool. Because I've gone to Canada twice since having Google Fi. Buy an album every 3 months or so. I have a ton of music I rarely listen to now, and it was a lot cheaper than $15 a month. Yeah. We're getting a JP Soul Silver, Heart Gold, Black, and Black 2 complete in box. Ooh, that sounds fun. I really want to get those same games, actually. I don't have Japanese Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or any of the Gen 5 games. Japanese Heart Gold, Soul Silver they're like pretty expensive though for Japanese games. I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver might be the most expensive Japanese games, more so than Emerald even. The Emerald I got was $60 at a retro game store, and it goes for about 60. So I was fine with paying that. Like, I'm fine with paying market price for a game if I really want it and I find it at a retro game store. But if I buy it on like eBay and it's like market price, I'm like, it's just some random dude on eBay. I don't know how this game works. So that's for $60. Damn. Okay, I lied about this taking 15 to 20 minutes. It's been like 40 since I said that. Alright, who are we reviving? I guess Red Ice. Switch comes with the light version. I hope so too. That'd be cool. I don't know if they'll do it at launch though, because the Switch 1 didn't have a light version at launch, right? It wasn't until maybe like 2019 or so that they had it, I think. Having a massive console, I can't even count as a handheld. Yeah. Even the Switch Lite isn't really like a handheld. Or like, it's handheld, but it's not portable is what I meant to say. This was like a month after it launched. Yeah, I got mine a couple of months after as well. I think I got mine in like July or so, and it came out in March or something like that of 2017. No true handhelds like the DS Lite and PSP and Vita. I had a PSP phase a couple of months ago. I got mine fixed. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force on it a lot. I played like a lot, like every day for like 2+ hours for like maybe 2 weeks straight. Then I kind of just stopped playing it. Got a PSP 2000 and still use it. So I got a PSP when it first came out. I think it was a 1000 model. And it broke like pretty early on. I don't really know what happened to it. What I think happened, I think the battery just died. But this was like 2008, 2009. It wasn't very easy to get like replacement parts for a PSP. So I kind of just didn't play it anymore. And then like years and years go by and I'm like, you know what? I want to fix my PSP. So I took it to a retro game store. I took it to a few retro game stores actually. And a lot of them were like, yeah, we can't help you. And I'm like, that's weird. One retro game store even told me that they like their PSPs fly off the shelves and they can't like keep them in stock, but they don't know how to repair them, which I thought was kind of weird. For a store, really? And then I took it to this other game store and they're like, yeah, we can repair it, no problem. And they quoted me for $50, which was like a pretty solid deal. And then I go to pick it up and they're like, yeah, we actually couldn't fix it, so we're just gonna give you a refurbished one. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. So I basically just paid $50 for a PSP. Like what the guy did, he's like, I can salvage your old PSP for parts, and then give you store credit for the difference, basically. So I only have to pay $50. We ever beat the retro game store that closed a few years back, but wanted to charge me $60 to replace... $60 to replace the battery? I don't think he told me that. Yeah, I would never pay more than $10 to replace a battery. It's mainly just for convenience, honestly. I'm sure I could do it on my own if I really, like, figured it out, but I just don't want to mess it up because I don't like soldering. So when I replace my yellow battery, I go to... If you guys know Retro Island, they're owned by 4th Gen Gamer and Galactic Elliot. They're streamers and stuff. Their store's not too far from me. So whenever I replace a battery, I go to them because they only charge $10, which I think is pretty fair. Stores closer to me charge $20, and I'm like, why am I paying $20 for you to replace a battery? The battery costs $1, if that. Have a guy go to Canada called the Game Experts. Yeah. Yeah, don't pay more than $10 for a battery replacement. Like, $20 is actually, like, kind of criminal to charge for a battery replacement. Like, come on. Took it during COVID, but he's the best. That's good. When I went to Canada, it was... Well, this was in Toronto. I don't know if you're anywhere near there. That's where I got my Japanese GameCube, the black one. I went to... I think it's called A&C Games? There was a sticker on the GameCube, but it's not there anymore. I think it was called A&C Games. And they were pretty solid. It just, like... The GameCube doesn't read discs as well as it should, which is annoying. And they also kind of, like, led me to believe that the GameCube played Japanese and English games. But it just played English games, even though it was a Japanese GameCube. And then I had to undo the mod to play Japanese games, because I wanted it for Japanese games. Toronto retro games are stuck and they charge too much for mediocre repairs and refurbs. Okay, well that settles that. With the price conversion, though, from US to Canadian money, though, it was an incredibly good deal on this GameCube. Like, I think I paid $70 USD for the GameCube, controller, and all the hookups. It was a third-party controller, but still. Where GameCubes here cost minimum $120. And they had like cards too, like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, and that. It was pretty cool. Before it was terrible, like 2 or 3 years ago. Oh, really? Damn. People were scouting crazy, especially in Toronto. Oh gosh. Retro game stores are kind of iffy. Yeah, when I went to that CD store that happened to have some games, I noticed their prices were, like, pretty good. Like, everything was cheaper than market value. I have a feeling what they do is they just get the games, look up what the value is at the time, and then just put that sticker on and then just never look it up again. Because they're mainly a music store. Okay, now we have to fight the champion Lance. Some like not have prices of the games and consoles. I see that at card shops mostly. I've never seen that at a game store. And then they compare at market. That's kind of annoying. I see that at card shops a lot. And I think it's more acceptable for card shops because card prices are much more volatile than game prices. Like, day by day, they change like crazy. Where game prices don't really see significant changes. Day by day, it's really like year by year you'll see more significant changes. Let me switch leads. I said this before on stream, but a game store, or not really a game store, more like a Japanese store, I guess you could say, opened up near me, and they happen to have a lot of used games. And I remember I was looking at them, and they had a copy of Fire Red for I think it was $73. It was like a weird number like that. And next, they had another copy of Fire Red for, I think it was like $108. And I'm looking at them like through the glass case, and I'm like, they both look legit. So I asked the front desk to see the Fire Red, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is fake. And I'm like, what? And like, they're like, yeah, we bought it by accident, not knowing it was fake, so we're selling it at cost. And I'm like, so you paid $73 for it, now you're just trying to sell it for $73 even though it's fake. Like, what? Like, isn't that weird? I don't think that was right. But, whatever. It's gonna probably full restore here. If it releases now, yeah, I know that happened with like Klonoa on the PS2. Klonoa, I think it was Klonoa 2 on the PS2 was like one of the most expensive PS2 games for a while. But then it got a remaster or a collection, whatever, released on the PS5, and the price went down a lot. Like, that game was only expensive, not necessarily because it was rare, but because it was a really good game that never saw a re-release. The Ape Escape games are kind of similar, but they're not that expensive. Nintendo and Game Freak refused to do ports for the GBA Pokemon games on the Switch, and then they announced the Switch 2. Yeah. I mean, on the Wii U had, like, DS support, and they only released, like, spin-off Pokemon games for it. Why do you mean to double kick there? Went to Blaze Kick. Mr. Engine and Switch Online GBA. Yeah. Never main series, though. I'm telling you, they make a collection called the GameCube Collection and just have XD Coliseum, then maybe like Pokemon Channel or something. It would be a top 20 selling game on the console. They would mince money. Literally, yeah. There has to be a reason. Like, there has to be some sort of internal reason as to why they don't do that. And I don't know if it's Nintendo side or Game Freak side. I would almost assume that it's something with Game Freak, because they re-release Pokemon games, but they re-release spin-off games that Game Freak doesn't make. They don't re-release stuff that Game Freak has made. But then they also don't re-release Coliseum or X-Zero, acknowledge it exists. Thank you, Professor Rito, for the follow. Dude, how many 4-stars do you have, buddy? Yeah, they got the 2DS special editions. Those are kind of cool. I have the Zelda special edition 2DS. My sister got it for me for Christmas, thinking it was like a new console. She's like, you have a 3DS, not a 2DS, right? Like, it's the same thing. And I kept it boxed, I remember. And I'm pretty sure it's like a pretty expensive console now. Like, at the time, they were like 60 bucks or something, or 70 bucks. Because 2DSs were cheap when they were still in stores. I don't know why I went to Aggron, by the way. For DS or DSi, for like playing DS games, no GBA games. If it's just straight DS, DSi. DSi XL specifically. DSi XL has like the best screen out of any DS console, or for the original DS, I should say. Because DS games don't look great on a 3DS, unfortunately. Could be like saved in emergency, like if the new anime bombed, maybe. Didn't the DSi blow up the image? No, the 3DS did, not the DSi XL. It's not region locked. I have a Japanese DSi. It's like pseudo region locked, I should say. If you use an English game on an English DSi enhanced game on a Japanese DSi XL, it won't be able to like trade. Basically, it's weird. Like any of like the communication stuff just doesn't work, which is I don't know why, but like the actual game works fine. It could just be an issue with my own DSi XL. I have no idea. Oh, Steven defeated in that game. Because I remember I went to a retro game convention last year with my Japanese DSi XL and a copy of Black 2, and we were doing some of the Fun Fest missions. And my DSi, my Japanese one, with my English game just would not connect. And then I had to use a DS Lite that I got there, which is funny. $100 for a DSi XL. Yeah, they're pretty affordable. Like, they're not that bad. Like, especially when you compare them to, like, SPs or 3DSs. For some reason, people just, like, don't really care for the DSi XL. I think it's because they don't play GBA games. So people just assume they're worse. But if you're playing just DS games, they're superior. Yeah, SPs are expensive. Especially the better models with the better screen. It's rare that I see one for under, like, $180. Yeah, just went on. I got you as a kid. I think that's the better model, right? How much is that worth? It's more than a DSi XL. I don't know the exact price. I thought Surf would kill. What the heck? Terrible condition, by the way. Speaker doesn't work. Okay, maybe not in that condition then. Come on, Fiona. Let's go. I think we did it. We have beaten the game. Oh, no, never mind. We haven't. We still have Metagross. I'll get some chip damage off on you. Just to make it a bit easier for Groudon. It's funny, I remember over the summer my cousin was like, oh, you like Pokemon? I can give you my SP and my Pokemon Leaf Green. And I'm like, that's like $300 worth of stuff. I'm not taking that from you. People just assume they're like not really worth anything, but it's crazy. Maybe like 5-6 years ago they weren't worth as much. I have no idea how much SPs were worth 5-6 years ago. But I know Pokemon games like were $30 or less typically. Like Ruby, for example, is over $100 now, or around $100 now. 2018, 2019 or so, you could find them for $30. There we go. Groudon and Kyogre finish off the Elite Four, but in the opposite games. The Empty Belly, how's it going? So you've seen 195 Pokemon and you've caught 194 Pokemon. You're very close to completing the Pokedex. I can feel it in my bones. Paid 120 USD for XD Gala Darkness. Yeah, the game's expensive. That sounds like a pretty decent price though. Doesn't it go for more typically? I really want another English copy of Emerald, but they go for over 200, and it's just like, I can't do that. Like, I can work with my Japanese copy, I guess. There we go. There's the Hall of Fame. Muck is kind of the outlier. That Muck was never used for anything, really. Where every other Pokemon had some sort of, like, relevance in this adventure so far. "65.5 hours. Wow. Can I just reset my game and skip the credits? I probably could, but actually I want to see this because in this game in the credits, it like shows all the Pokemon you've captured. So it's going to be really long in Ruby version because I captured like every possible thing I could see up until this point. So I kind of want to see that. Yep. Just showing everything. Want to use a repro of Emerald, and then anything you want, you could move to a legit copy. I have an Emerald repro that I got kind of for that purpose. It was only $3. I guess I might do that. Like, for example, the video that I'm making where I transfer Pokemon up, beat a gym, then beat the next gym, transfer it up, whatever. I might just use the bootleg Emerald. I have the Japanese Emerald up there, but like, it's probably just easier to use that. It'll be in English too. Because I have a bootleg copy of Fire Red I got as a kid, and the Pokemon in that game are seen as legit Pokemon. So I don't think that's a problem, really. And I know I could do shenanigans with like backing up save files and stuff. I don't want to do that for my Emerald specifically because I got that on release date, May 1st, 2005, and I want to max out that Emerald, and I want no shenanigans whatsoever on that Emerald. Like, no action replay, no GB operator, just... I mean, I have used GB operator, I guess, to play the game, but... no shenanigans I want on that Emerald. I actually started a save file on this bootleg copy of Emerald, and then just saved the game right away to see if it works, and I haven't checked it for like months. So I guess I'll check it now to see if the save file still held. Because if the save file still holds, that's good. Because bootleg games are weird, they don't have batteries in them. So I don't really understand how they work. Like, I don't know if the battery is just always dry, or if there's some sort of way they can, like, get around the battery. And let me see. Save file will be loaded. Yeah, it also says that. It just says the save file will be loaded. And the save file works. I'm just in the truck and I saved the game. That's it. It's funny, though, because, like, this Emerald cartridge is, like, the most obvious one to tell that it's fake. Out of any fake that I've seen. So where's my English Emerald? Well, my English Emerald might be upstairs in my SP. So I can't really show a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, it's upstairs. I can't show a side-by-side comparison, but it's just like the easiest to tell that this is fake. The sticker's like way too glossy and shiny. So wait, what is this? Where are these SD cards from? Oh, these are my old SD cards. Okay, makes sense. Alright. The end. We did it. Although we're not done yet. There's still 8 more Pokemon. Dad's home. The SS ticket. Wait, what is that for exactly? Oh, we go to the Battle Tower. I forgot about the Battle Tower in this game. The Battle Tower is where the Battle Frontier is in Emerald, basically. You have to take a boat there. And I think if we talk to the TV, we see something about Latios and Latios, maybe? Yeah, flying Pokemon in various Hoenn locales. The cool thing about this is in Emerald version, you can pick between Latios and Latios. Because your mom asks you, like, hey, what color was that Pokemon? Was it red or blue? Alright, let me fly. Oh, I have no flying Pokemon in Sapphire. Okay. Let me fix that then. I also want an open slot. So goodbye, Registeel. Actually, no. Goodbye, Muck. I don't need you. And then in this game, we can fly. Actually, gotta play Mossy in both games. Favorite bird Pokemon? I don't know. Does Aerodactyl count as a bird? I like Aerodactyl. Maybe Dodrio. Dodrio is kind of funny. Talonflame. Talonflame's a really good one. Especially in Gen 6 before they nerfed Gale Wings. Gale Wings was a nuts ability. What's up, Leaf Green? How's it going? Steven, give me your Beldum. Like how we just steal it. Oh, I forgot to deposit a Pokemon in Ruby. Hold on, let me go fix that. I want an open slot, then I'm gonna trade them over. I'm not sure which game I'm gonna grind it up in. Oh, I forgot about the Shiny Metagross event. Yeah, in ORAS. I totally forgot about that. That was just when the game came out, right? Like only for a few months you could get it. I have no idea where mine even is. It might be just like rotting away in Pokemon Bank. Yeah, Staraptor is really cool. Staraptor, I feel like, was the first like regional bird that was really good competitively. What's up, Texas Maddox? Thanks for the follow. We just steal it from Steven. He says nothing about it. But let's check if it's shiny. It's not shiny. Would be really cool if it was, though. So that is number 195. Beldum. Cool. Now we trade them over. So we have them in the opposite games to get more EXP. And then what I think I'm going to do is in Ruby, I'm just going to grind it up. In Sapphire, I'm going to go to Route 101 with 6 Zigzagoons and just abuse pickup. So I guess in that regard, I should train the Beldum in Sapphire because I'm gonna have to trade it back. Yeah. Actually, wait, why would I do that? I'm confused now. Yeah, I should because you want to trade it back for the candies. That makes sense. Never to trade a Pokemon EXP group, EXP boost. I think they do it to promote trading. To, like, encourage people to trade. It's like, oh my gosh, you get more EXP. Beldum for Beldum. We can go Beldum for Beldum. Shiny hunting Darkrai on Platinum. English. That sounds fun. Soft resetting for it, right? Remember when I was a kid and I first played Emerald version, I started with Sapphire, but I also wanted a Torchic. So I bred a Torchic in my Ruby and traded it over to my Emerald, and then mainly just used that Torchic, probably because of the boosted EXP. Because the OT of that is my Ruby version that I lost as a kid. Which is kind of cool to still have Pokemon from my lost copy of Ruby. Even though I don't have that cartridge anymore. Wish I did. If I ever found that cartridge, oh my gosh. At this point, I have absolutely no idea where it is. For the longest time, I thought I lost it. But I honestly think as a kid, someone just stole it from me. At school or something. Because it would have turned up. It's been 20 years. It would have turned up by now. If it was somewhere in my house. Like, I don't understand where it possibly could be if it's not somewhere I already looked. Alright, so I want Beldum and Sapphire. Well, actually, I need to fly. So nostalgic, yeah. Is this Petalburg? It says Seafolk Village. That's not right, though. What's up, Texas? Doing good. About to finish our challenge today. It's definitely Ruby and Sapphire, right? Hold on, I need Salamence for now. Easier Game Freak didn't patch the outbreaks back then? Wait, what do you mean? With Pico and Mr. Briny? That's where this is from? Okay, so now what I have to do... Do I have a Linoon in this game? No, but I can just use Goldie Roger. Do I think it's Oras? Maybe it was Oras. It did sound a little bit, like, cleaner. So your Coliseum video was thinking about buying it. Coliseum's a fantastic game. I really enjoy it. It's just ridiculously expensive. The Outbreak back then, you got them back, but it's now harder to find an Outbreak of Eevee. I know there are Outbreaks in Gen 3, but it works very differently from, like, Outbreaks in the more modern games. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have 6 pickup Zigzagoons in Ruby. Wait, did I fly to the wrong area? No, I flew to Oldale. This is the right area. Wait, do I only have 5 in this game? I think I only have 5 Zigzagoons in this game, actually. I have to catch another one. So tomatoes. So glad I have both XD and Coliseum from my childhood. Hope the disc stay intact my whole life so I don't have to buy it again. Yeah, me too, dude. I remember getting Coliseum. I don't remember getting XD. Which is the wrong route. But I remember getting Coliseum. Favorite Pokemon of all time? Swalot. Thanks for the follow, tomatoes. Alright, now in this game, I have to get rid of that Doduo real quick. Wait, why am I grinding here? Is there a better spot to grind? We should probably be using Trainer Eye, but I'm going to start off by just doing this until it can hold its own. We get to use Gold Roger. Let's go. Didn't kill? What the heck? Oh yeah, you resist. Okay. Dude, I can't even one-shot Zigzagoons? What the heck? I should probably catch a Zigzagoon too. I kind of forgot about that. Where you will always be famous. Yeah, Swampert's carrying us. Alright, just need another Zigzagoon for another pickup Pokemon. I have an idea. I'm gonna trade over the Salamence and use that to grind, and then use Trainer Eyes. I think that'll be a bit more efficient. So, I might as well just trade Flyer for Flyer. I want to get all the non-legendary mythicals out of the way first. That's why I'm doing Metagross first, and then I'll do Rayquaza, Latios, Latias, Deoxys, Jirachi. I'll probably do Deoxys last. More EXP just do another Elite Four run. Oh, that's a good point. That is a really good point, actually. The only issue with that is I don't know if I have a Pokemon that can solo... I guess what I could do is I could have multiple Pokemon. Because I was going to say I can't abuse Pickup as easily, but it's also only 5 battles in the Elite Four. I'm going to go try that. I guess it's good that I trade over Salamence then, I guess, because I can use Salamence for the Elite Four too. I'm going to do that, actually. I'm just going to trade over stacked Pokemon to Sapphire. Like, I'll trade over Blaziken and just have everything in Sapphire for battling. So I need 5 Pokemon because I have to have the Beldum on the party. And then Ruby can just grind items. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Let's do one controller at a time. So Beldum and Salamence are locks. Luffy No, I'm gonna use Groudon. Also gonna use Swampert. So I want to trade over Blaziken and I guess Walrein. No, Blaziken and Kyogre. Blaziken and Kyogre. And I can trade over 2 Zigzagoons. Okay. Set the recording to. Yeah, Swallow's my favorite. So you do a master ribbon collection of every ribbon that Swallow can carry. Yeah, that was a fun video to make. Ooh, could you get a lucky egg in this game? No, right? That would be kind of nice. I think lucky egg is Gen 5? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh, apparently it's in Gold, Silver, Crystal. In Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, you can't get it. So you can only get them on Wild Chanseys in Gold, Silver, Crystal, and Fire Red, Leaf Green. But in XD, you can just get one. It wasn't common until Black and White. Black and White was when it was just like a held or an item you could find on the ground. Do a playthrough of Pokemon Too Many Types? I tried. I did a playthrough of Too Many Types a while ago, and I just did not like the way the recording turned out, so I never made it into a video. I also am steering away from ROM hacks for like a couple of reasons. One is I was just never super interested in them. And two, it's like, if I ever want to work with Pokemon Company, it's like, maybe not okay to do ROM hacks. I mean, I don't know. I've heard stories of people be turned down working with them because they use ROM hacks, but then they work with people who like do ROM hacks. So, yeah. I mean, I don't want to work for the Pokemon Company necessarily. I want to work with them. Alright, let me get a different Pokemon out. I play the trading card game. I'm not much of a collector, but I play. I want to build an End Zoroark deck. That deck seems really fun. I pulled a full art Zoroark at the pre-release I went to last week too. So I'm really happy about that. They're really expensive for no reason though. They're like 50 bucks right now. The set's not even out yet, so that's probably why. But I really want to build that deck. So gonna stream after the finished decks? No, once I finish the decks, the stream will be done today. I don't know when I'll stream next. But I'll probably stream Fire Red next, doing the challenge that I'm doing in that video, or in that game, which is beating the Elite Four, or, oh yeah, Elite Four 200 times. That's part of it. Like TCG cards of your favorite Pokemon. You can't really see it. I can pick it up actually so you guys can see it better. But behind me I have this. So this case is from the Terapagos Premium Collection, and I put a reverse Gulpin or reverse Swalot, and then the Trainer Gallery, or AR, whatever they call it, Gulpin, from, what set is this from? SCR? Shrouded Fable, maybe? I don't know what set that is. But yeah, this is cool. Because I have every single Swalot card printed. I also have, this is really cool. It's only a PSA 9, but this is a Swalot from a pre-release. This is from 2004. A pre-release promo from 2004, which is pretty cool. Pulled an immersive Arceus yesterday. That's kind of cool. In pocket. So Zoroark's really growing on me, partly because of the TCG. The cool thing about the Zoroark deck is it's like a throwback Gen 5-ish type thing, which they've been doing a lot. A lot of Pokemon decks recently are like callbacks to Gen 5. And like archetypes and decks that were popular in Gen 5. And cards that were popular in Gen 5. So it's like N Zoroark. Although the N Zoroark is like a Zoroark GX from Sun and Moon. It's like a similar card to that. It's like Gen 5 and a little bit of Gen 7. Let me put Headbutt first, by the way. Like, the whole Qianpao deck is basically a throwback to a Blastoise deck that was good in Black and White era. Cut by accident. Hold on, I want to do something that might make my life easier. I want to get rid of any Zigzagoon that has cut. So just Zoro and Sanji, okay. Special trainer kit from the movie Pokemon Ranger Japanese TCG. I don't know what that is. That sounds cool though. Okay, do you guys have cut? No. Alright, welcome to the team. I want to put in my notes what I'm doing. So, traded good mons to Sapphire to grind E4. Ruby, grinding candies. I really just need one candy in Ruby. Or at least one candy. Because I want it to evolve into a Metagross in Ruby. So hopefully I get one. By the time Beldum gets to 44. It evolves at 20 into Beldum. I also had a big breakfast today, so if I have to have lunch a little bit later, I'm fine with that. I ran out of Cheerios, so I made an egg and cheese sandwich on a bagel. Best shiny in Gen 3 in your opinion? I really like shiny Volbeat. That's something that I realized through this playthrough. What are you craving for lunch? I don't know. Like, if I finish this early enough where it's not like too late, I can have like a decent sized lunch and not worry about being too full for dinner, I might go pick something up for dinner. I might like treat myself to like a chicken teriyaki bento box. I haven't had one of those in a while. That's one of my favorite lunches to have. Yeah, Volbeat shiny is incredible in Gen 3. Velda might evolve before this battle ends. Or rather, hit level 20, I should say. I should probably preserve Blaze Kicks, though. There we go, level 20. Let's go to Swampert for this. The Thunderclap Transformator Prophecy, props to them, looks amazing. That was made by Gravy Tunes. He makes pretty much all my thumbnails now. He's very, very good. I talked about this recently on a stream. I've worked with many thumbnail artists before, and they're all good, don't get me wrong. Like, they're all very talented artists. But whenever I explain a thumbnail to him and how I want it, he does it exactly how I want it, if not better, every time. It's, like, perfect. Right now, he's working on the thumbnail for this video, the Ruby and Sapphire Oak Challenge. And he sent me, like, the idea he had this morning, and it was very good. Okay, so now we get Matang 196. Six Pokemon left. So that is going to be Latios, Latias, Rayquaza. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then Jirachi Deoxys. I think once I get a single rare candy in Ruby, I might just go try to catch Rayquaza in Ruby. I would buy a PSA 10 Cast from Illustration Rare, but that's a lot of money for a paperweight of my favorite Pokemon. Yeah, that is a lot of money. That's the one benefit of having weird favorite Pokemon, is it's cheap to get, like, PSA versions of it. That PSA 9 pre-release Swalot, which isn't like a great PSA number, I guess. It's only a 9. Was only $15. And the price to grade a card, I think, is $15. So I pretty much just paid cost of grading and got the card for like free. And the card's probably like what, $5, maybe $10. I don't know. I probably didn't pay much more than what the card is worth without being graded. PSA 9 is like 18, 10 is 100. For the pre-release Swalot or cast form? For cast form? That's a big difference though, wow. Do you like the Gulpin full illustration to Stellar Crown? Yeah, I showed it. I just showed it on stream not that long ago. Twenty more levels on Matang. Wait, do I have any spare rare candies in Sapphire? I think I might have one. So worst case scenario, I can just get to 44, give the Matang the rare candy, and then trade it over. Do I have one? No, I don't. Is this music over? It is over. Alright, let's play something else. Let's play this one? Maybe? Well, I should have switched leads to Kyogre.